Hi guys, welcome back. So today I'm here with a book review for you. I am reviewing Sawkill Girls by Claire Legrand. This book does not actually come out until October, but I begged for an ARC and they sent it to me and I couldn't wait to read it, and then I loved it. And I think Claire Legrand is now going to be one of my new favorite authors because she also wrote Furyborn, which I will link my review of that up above. It was one of my favorite fantasy books of the year so far. I'm a huge fan of her writing. She writes feminist books that are really well written and well plotted with good world building and great characters and messy girls that are complicated. I love it. This is a very different book. This is not fantasy, not really. It's more horror. This is sort of like Stranger Things meets Buffy, but a lot scarier, more feminist, and queer. So if that hasn't sold you, I will continue to talk about this book because I think it is amazing, but I highly recommend you go out and pre-order it. It comes out on October 18th, right in time for Halloween. It is the perfect creepy Halloween read. I will say this is probably not going to be the book for everybody because it can be quite scary. It does have some triggering things in it. I always leave a link to my Goodreads account in the video description down below. So if you want to go check out my review of it, I do give a pretty full list there of content warnings and trigger warnings that could be in this, but it is quite violent and quite dark and can be quite scary. It's also really good. It's like crushing the patriarchy and about these really interesting girls, and yes, it's so good. One other thing, less a trigger warning, more of just like a content be aware of. This book does include a scene that is moderately explicit of sex between two girls. So just be aware that that is there. This is probably for a little bit older teenagers, and just, you know what you're getting into. If you want a more complete list of trigger warnings, go check out my Goodreads account and look at my review in the video description down below. Otherwise, let's just talk about this book because it's really good. And I don't want to spoil anything for it, but this is like about monsters and girls, and it's very diverse and very queer. Apologies for like noise. They're doing construction in the apartment above me, so I don't know how much of that is getting picked up on camera, but it's definitely annoying here, and I'm hoping it doesn't wake the baby up. So Sawkill Girls is told in first-person perspective with 3 point-of-view female characters, and everything centers around things that are happening on this prestigious but dark and mysterious place called Sawkill Island, where girls have been mysteriously disappearing for decades, and there is some creepy stuff at the center of this. There is a monster, there's some like supernatural elements to it, and like I said, it's told through the perspective of 3 girls. You have Marion, who is new to the island. She is kind of the rock of her family emotionally, especially since her father had passed away, and now her mother, and her older sister are moving to Sawkill Island for kind of a fresh start. And Marion has a lot of internal strength and has a lot going on under the surface, but externally, you know, she's kind of plain, she's not super thin, she's like not what you would sort of expect a heroine to look like, and she's also kind of an introvert, so she really pales in comparison to her vivacious and physically beautiful older sister Charlotte. And Marion is also bisexual. Then we have Zoe. Zoe is biracial. She's the daughter of the police chief on the island, and she's also a little bit of an outcast. She doesn't come from a lot of money like a lot of the other kids on the island do, and things have only been worse for her in the last year. Her best friend was one of the girls that disappeared, and then she broke up with her popular boyfriend because she realized that she was asexual. So we get that. We get asexual rep in this. And then the third main character in the story is Val. Val is beautiful and rich and popular, but there's more to her than meets the eye, and she may be involved in some sort of dark and mysterious things. So yeah, those are the 3 main characters. I love each and every one of them. They are complicated, they are messy, they don't always make great choices, but I don't know, like, I guess that's the thing. I'm realizing that not everybody likes reading about girls like that, like unlikable female characters, but I really like them. I think they are relatable. I think most people are that way, and they're these strong women who are teenagers and figuring out who they are and figuring out what that means. And anyway, I am a huge fan. If any of that sounds good to you, I highly recommend you go out and pre-order this book because it is amazing. I loved this. I'm definitely going to be passing this on to a friend because people just need to read it. I wish I had multiple copies to send out to people, but go pre-order it and read it when it comes out in October because I highly recommend it. And if you haven't read Furyborn, go read that too because it's really good dark fantasy that I love. This author is just amazing and she writes these amazing characters and builds these amazing worlds and it's atmospheric and it's like truly quite scary. I kind of hope this gets made into a movie. It would be like a downright terrifying movie, but it would be so good. So anyway, that is my review of Sawkill Girls. Like I said, may not be the book for everyone, but if this sounds up your alley, I definitely recommend you guys go and check it out. Thank you so much to the folks over at Epic Reads for sending me this copy. I was like so happy to have it. I went to BookCon. It was like one of the few things I didn't get that I really wanted, and talked to one of the publicists and was like, so if I give you my business card, could you maybe send me a copy of Sawkill Girls for review? And she was wonderful and followed up very quickly and sent it to me, and I am so grateful because it's like gonna be probably another one of my favorite books of the year. Man, Claire Legrand is killing it, guys. Killing it. Alright, I will end it there. If you guys have any thoughts or feelings or comments, feel free to leave them in the video description down below. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you want to see more. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Oh my gosh, this is like driving me crazy. I can't think. I can't think. They're like annoying. Where girls have been disappearing. Oh my god, seriously? Dang construction. I hope they don't wake the baby up and be so pissed off. Hello. And if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up.
I'm still hungry.
Okay, quiet for a minute.